Coming to you live from somewhere north of Madison, Wisconsin, it's the B.Andrews Radio Show. And on today's show, Emily is going to be taking over on the producers. No, not the producer. No. Nope. Let me start over. Today, Emily is going to be doing our theme for the day and the subject of which we are going to talk. But in the meantime, let me tell you that I am one of your co-hosts. I am the person on this particular microphone. I am Eric, and so there I have introduced myself. Over on this side of me is one of the other co-hosts of the fabulous B.Andrews Radio Show, and it's Emily, today's moderator.
Hi.
Why
do you need that much applause?
Oh, you need that much applause. And over on this side is the magnificent medical producer.
Yes, you perform surgery on all of our audio tracks.
It's Kay. Everybody say hi, Kay.
You went for the alliteration. And
I was trying to, and I totally mangled the major magnificent.
You had a major malfunction.
I did. I had a major malfunction onto it. And
you could have just said you messed up.
Folks, Jennifer Jackson is watching, so I just wanted to say hi, Jennifer. Polite parade wave, everybody. There you go. So anyway, hi, Jennifer, and it is good to have you here with us on the B.Andrews Radio Show. Is this the Jennifer Jackson that's in Florida? Because if it is, I want to say hi and hope that it's cooler down there than it is up here. Our faces are cut off a little.
By what?
By what? What's cutting our faces off?
Because if it's the microphones, we can't help that.
Everybody, it's Miss Renee Brown. Everybody wave at Renee. How are you doing, Miss Renee? It's so good to have you on today's show. As we're trying to get everything together on today's show, I just want to let you know that here in magnificent Wisconsin, humidity has decided to come rolling in, and it's just downright nasty.
It's about it feels about like a Kentucky summer day, like camp day. It feels like a camp day, and it just was like
almost because when the wind blows, at least it's cool.
That's true. The wind does not blow as much down there,
and when it does, it just blows hot wind sometimes. Have you ever had that when in camp and the wind blows?
Not if you're standing in front of the
water coolers.
Well, that too, but it's not not if you're standing in front of the open dining hall door.
Oh, that's because the air conditioning comes wafting out.
Yeah, and then like you open the door and it just kind of wafts out, and you're like, oh.
Yeah, of course.
And then you walk in and you sit on like the vinyl seats and your legs stick because you're wearing shorts and you're like,
yeah. Hey, by the way, everybody, polite round of applause and wave to Aaron Hambrock. Aaron is watching. There you go. Good to have you today.
Why does he get applause?
It's the name.
He's a cousin.
It's all in a name.
Cuz, absolutely. I was going to go for that, but I thought I better explain to everybody that's watching at home. So on today's show, today's topic and the thing that we're going to talk about, especially in segments 2, 3, and 4, we're going to talk about those wacky song titles. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Okay. So officially, what is the discussion for today?
Well, I can read the intro to the article, or I can give you my own synopsis. Which would you prefer?
I would rather hear your synapse.
Synopsis. Well, you can have fun with naming a song, and these people did. So we're going to talk a little bit about some of the most ridiculous, strange, or downright punny song titles ever made.
Okay, so this is strictly song titles.
Song titles, yeah.
You mean people's creative streak inside of them?
Yes. I will say there is only one Weird Al Yankovic song made the list.
Really? Well, actually, these are pretty literal. to be honest.
Well, his are usually puns or things based off of the songs he's making fun of.
which makes it
So this
really
is actually one of his
literal.
original songs.
I don't think
that
the
made
official
list.
title is a pun. I think it's a what are those called when you
Can't
No,
help
some
you.
of these are flat out puns.
it's not a pun. It's a I can't. I'll have to look it up. We'll get it for a little bit later. But when you take a person's song and you redo it, even if it's a play on words or whatever,
Oh,
A
it's like
parody?
a
parody. Thank
Yeah.
you. That's the word that I'm looking for.
She's,
Song
she's
parody.
talking about titles. And
She's
the
talking-
fact
yeah,
that the
this
titles
isn't-
are puns.
All of his other titles are parody titles, but this one is his own song. That makes it a pun.
Gotcha. Okay, so
She's
a pun
talking
in the
literal
titles,
puns.
but okay, gotcha. All right. So we're going to be talking about that a little bit later on, and hopefully, man, our studio is hot. I am melting down. I am starting to sweat through my pants just sitting here.
Yes,
I
but
would say-
the sweat comes with a sound effect, Dad. What is it?
I have no idea.
You're the one who made it.
What?
You're like, man, I'm sweating. My body's just like,
Right now, I'm getting past that stage. I'm getting to the.
Yes,
you know,
true
it's-
story.
it's,
gonna need some talcum powder. Gonna get out of rash.
I'm thinking I'm going to have to go get a towel or something. I'm
Nah,
serious.
we'll just lay out a slip and slide and go. Foo.
Well,
and go food.
I can't. I got to be careful here because I can't touch any of the sound equipment or I'm going to get shocked.
That is
Yeah.
true. My hands have been sweating all afternoon. I've been wanting
So-
to knit because I picked up my knitting projects, but you can't knit with sweaty hands.
You can't
Otherwise,
knit in
you
the
just
summer.
you just start warping and stretching all of the yarn that you work with. So you can't really crochet or knit when you're sweaty.
Unless
At
your
all.
mom.
Okay,
And
I'm
her
learning
hands
about
don't sweat.
this. Oh, really?
No,
Not her
that
hands.
doesn't. Mom doesn't count. You can't say except for mom because she's magically found a way to like get around sweaty hands and knitting. You just say
In
it doesn't
sweating
apply to
hands.
mom because mom's hands don't sweat, so she can.
That's what I said. It doesn't
do
apply
that.
to mom. Mom's hands don't sweat.
It's like taking a shower here. Well, there you go. It's not cooler in Florida. You walk outside. You take a shower Monday. You walk
wait a minute,
outside Friday,
wait a minute.
still not dry.
Wait a minute. Beth Ann is in Tennessee, so that's Tennessee.
You said Florida.
No, Jennifer. There was a Jennifer Jackson, and I wasn't for sure. I was asking her if she is the same one. So for those of you that are watching at home, I would like for you to tell us, like Beth Ann did, how are things going where you are? What's the weather like? We're melting down here inside our studio.
Actually,
and
we're hosing off.
I got enough to
We are
do
in
that.
Well, it rained. It was 100% humidity for about 5-minute intervals this afternoon for a while.
And I think what Beth Ann is saying by in Tennessee, it's like taking a shower here. I think she's saying their humidity is probably at 95%
Yeah,
or
that's
100
fine.
maybe even.
Get a fan. It will help. Well, I would, but he put it in the closet, and I can't get to the closet because there's a bunch of stuff stacked in front of the closet.
Also, you can't quite have a fan running when you're recording.
It makes a
So
lot of
we're gonna
noise.
die either way.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it kind of sucks.
We're going to die either way. Maybe not
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
Maybe not tomorrow.
And
And
one of-
today is not that day.
And one of the things that makes it work when we're doing this is why it's good to have air conditioning in a studio because all of this equipment also makes heat.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want your computers overheating,
well,
especially
but
when you're trying to play online
they
games.
make heat, and so in this little room
Yeah,
where
but
no
without-
air is
Yeah, but-
moving, we're heating up the room. Get a quiet one, thank you,
You
Miss Roxanne.
can't.
It's gonna take some finagling, but it
Miss
is
Ro-
possible.
I lost 50 pounds when I went outside.
Yes.
There you
The
go.
child
Beth
ran
Ann.
out. The child ran out to play.
Further to explain for Miss Roxanne, with the air blowing around, it will blow across the microphones, which also makes a sound as well as the fan blowing. So,
it's
even if you get a
possible-
quiet one, the sound of the noise in the background caused by the fan, just the air moving, gets picked up by our microphones.
Yeah, it would take a lot, like to turn on the fan to make sure that everything stays cool. So we would need to get the fan out anyway for the equipment so that it doesn't melt. But while recording, it is very, very difficult to deal with.
Now, when it gets to the really hot side of the summer, back in the older days of the show, we would literally take a 10-minute break, and there was an air conditioner here in the room, a personal. Yeah, it's a nice sauna. You got that right.
All we need is that little try thing of like coals in the middle. We'll pick up some water and throw it on them.
No. We'll just
No.
just
Forget
take
the
Dad's
coals.
arms.
No, forget the coals. We'll grab the smoking remnants of the computer after it breaks down.
Yeah, there you go.
Dump some water on
Dump
it.
some water on the computer. And anyway, so where was I before this?
I don't know.
10-minute interval.
Somewhere north
Yes.
of Madison, Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're somewhere north of
Yes.
Madison, Wisconsin. No, we used to bring in and run it for 10 minutes, cool the room back down, and then go back into recording again.
Yeah.
Let's see. Miss Phyllis is in Plainfield, Indiana. It has cooled down after a few showers. Nice outside now. It was in the 80s this afternoon. Yeah.
Yeah, we are in the 80s. It's only supposed to get down to 67 tonight.
We did not have rain enough to completely cool down our temperatures because we've just hit back up.
Yeah, it's been pretty bad, but we were supposed to have showers later on in the week, and it's supposed to cool down back to 50. But then
I
it's
got
supposed
your
to jump back
sweating
up to
jeans.
80.
It's not fun.
It's not. I'm just sitting here and it's running.
I'm just wet.
I really am going to have to go get a towel.
It gets too hot outside, and I just grow moist.
Okay, we're told grow moist.
That is moist.
Yes.
Actually, I'm pretty sure he's damp. Forget moist.
Yeah. Thank you.
Super saturated?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Super
Do my
saturated.
do my Elvis thing there. Anyway, everybody, Ashley is watching. Polite wave to Ashley. Hi, Ashley. We're asking for those who are watching what the weather is like where they are here in our first segment. So, Miss Ashley, if you want to throw that in and tell us wherever you are, what is the weather like there? And we'd love to see. Here we're complaining about how hot it is in our studio.
We're in Wisconsin. For goodness sake, it should not be this hot.
It's the humidity.
Especially in
That's
May.
true. That's true. What a lot of people don't realize is that in Wisconsin in the wintertime, our humidity goes from anywhere from 25 to 15%, and sometimes even down to 10. And so that's why in many households they run humidifiers and put boiling water on the stove or put it on their heaters and all that other kind of stuff to get extra moisture in the air. Or
Winters in Wisconsin are steamy.
Or you get nosebleeds and cracked lips.
I get cracked lips during wintertime, but I have always in the wintertime, I always have the worst of nosebleeds. And it's not going to be fun since I'm sleeping out in the clubhouse. Just wake up like crawling out in the snow, just like, oh no.
I know. You realize people are going to think they're following a deer trail.
Not through our backyard. Actually, that's very possible.
Very possible through our backyard. So, anyway, that's some of the stuff that's going on here. This has been the first segment of the B.Andrews radio show. We're so glad that you joined along with us. Just to let you know, this is the beginning of the recording. In today's show, we're going to be talking about goofy song titles.
Yes.
Okay. And so if you want to catch the rest of the show, you can hear it on our YouTube page, B.Andrews YouTube channel. So you can go there. You can catch it on the Facebook page, B.Andrews Radio Show. Where else can they get it, Kay?
You can try out on iHeartRadio or on Castbox.com.
Did
or
you
is
say
it .org?
Spreaker?
I forget.
And the home production page is
Spreaker.
There you go. So if you want to hear how this is going to, hi, Miss Sarah. If you want to hear how the rest of this show is about ready to turn off or turn off. Don't turn it off, please. You'll find that out. We record it a week early. So what we're going to do today will hit the radio next Tuesday. Last week's show is going to play today. So on those different ones. So they'll be released by Spreaker. You got something before we go?
Oh, cut the recording first because I don't want to spoil it for people who actually listen.
Oh, well, so it's when we cut the recording. So are we ready to go to commercial?
Yeah.
All right, so this is where we go to a commercial, and for those of you that are listening to the B.Andrews radio show, this is where you get a refill of your coffee or your favorite beverage, and come on back, and we're going to finish talking about our funny song titles right here on the B.Andrews radio show. So just join us at the B.Andrews radio group. Come over and follow us at the B.Andrews radio group on the Facebook page, and when you do, we'll speak your language. No doubt. And that's where they threw the monkey in the wrench. Welcome back to the second segment of the B.Andrews radio show, where we are having fun sweating with the oldies. Anyway,
that's an actual workout program. You do know that. It's called sweating to the oldies.
Just trust me. Here we are. I had to go get a towel while we went to break. I went and I picked up a towel because I cannot drip.
With which to mop your brow.
I did. Nice
Not
one.
that brow. Not the eyebrows. No, it's the arm hairs.
Actually, yeah, that's true. He's not wiping his... Well, now he's wiping his face with it, but he was initially wiping down his arms.
Ladies. There's a reason why we do radio.
Dad, you seem to have sprung a leak.
Okay, so why are we doing it live then?
We're doing radio so they can't see. Okay,
but you're doing it live.
No,
so they can't see.
I went. Our first segment of the show.
Do it live so they can't.
Do you need a good laugh?
Our first segment of the show, we do for everybody's listening. We do live. It's on Facebook. Go check it out. Please go to our Facebook page. Join us Tuesdays at 7 for when we do the live segment. But notice, I did not go get a towel while we were actually doing video work. I went until that section was done. Now I have it, so people cannot see me.
Because you were talking with the people.
People cannot see me. I don't want them to see me sweating profusely and wiping myself with a towel.
You're sweating like a pig.
Because I'll be sweating like a pig.
Again, if we do
does
this
everybody understand? You don't want to use that because pigs don't sweat, right?
Or
knows that?
That's true. That's why they wallow in mud. Or you could say what
I'm wallowing like a pig.
Victor Sullivan said.
What did Victor Sullivan say?
Which one?
He's sweating like a hooker in church.
Oh, yeah. Wow, you're sweating like a hooker in church.
You brought a hooker
really?
to church? Yeah, why
Silly?
not? Well, what's wrong with... They need Jesus, too.
Anyway, so this
There are a lot worse words than that one.
So in this segment, we're going to be continuing on, or not continuing on, but we're going to be starting on our very interesting list of song names of, oh my goodness, I can't believe that you named it that. What were you thinking?
Which was not a song title, but very well could have been.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. We have to say, look at that. It's a song title now. What were you thinking?
What was I thinking? Which is actually a song.
Put that down or so help me.
Put that thing back into context or so help me. Put that thing back where it came from.
Put that scripture back in context or so help me.
Yeah, okay. So,
Are
40 most hilarious song titles.
Are they numbered?
Yes.
Are we going with number 1?
Yes, it goes from 1 to 40.
Number 1.
Okay, so our first things first, though. It was written by, I'm guessing, a lady named Emerald Catron, or Catron, or however you say that.
Just the emerald part is great. Emerald. What a lovely
the name's right
lady.
there.
What a lovely lady.
Could be Catron, could be Catron, could be
Catron.
Catron. I don't know.
Anyway, song.
Titling a song is like naming a new baby, according to Emerald. You've got one chance to do it right or risk a lifetime of jeers directed at you. And while many artists opt for song titles that look good etched onto a Grammy, others just want to have a good laugh. Song number 1.
Number 1.
Sung by Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn. You're the reason our kids are so ugly. It still makes me chuckle.
Okay, when we go through this, I'm going to, I've never heard that song, or, I know that song, and...
Yeah.
I never heard that song. So, I have heard Conway Twitty and Loretta Lynn do duets before, but I don't know that one.
Duets?
Do duets.
Honestly, I really want to know what were you thinking, because, oh, wow, that's really pointed. Or do you really think your children are ugly?
Are they talking to, birth parents, or are they talking to, their parents?
No, actually... You know what? I don't know. I've never heard the
I
song.
never heard that. I'm gonna have to listen to the song.
We'll see if we can get a copy of that song. All right.
Number two.
Number two.
By a guy named Morrissey, I guess. Right there. Okay.
Yes, that's Morrissey.
Titled "We Hate It When Our Friends Become Successful."
That's not silly or funny. It's just direct.
It's that's life.
It's just
sounds like life to me.
It's just direct.
Which is another song.
Yeah. Sounds like life to me.
Or shot
Number three.
Number three.
Number three.
By Roy Clark.
Oh.
Okay, I've heard of that name.
Thank God and Greyhound. She's gone.
Okay.
Ouch.
Again,
I see these names.
That's got to be country because
a lot of these are country.
That's got to be country because country is one of those that's the music that you lose your dog, your house, your
truck, your
gun,
the girl,
your dog,
right? And if you play it backwards, you get your
life back,
truck back, dog back. Yeah, right.
Honestly, these don't sound like they took inspiration from anything. They just literally said, yep, this is what happened in life. And here you go.
This is what the song's about.
They're not really drawing inspiration from anything specific, but this happened.
Hey, you got to admit this. You read the title, you know what the song's about.
Right.
Not some of these. Some of these I'm kind of like, huh?
Okay, well, let's move on then.
Number four. Even the guy's name. His name is Gary P. Nunn. With two N's.
Sorry.
Actually, three N's, technically. Nunn.
Sorry,
N-U-N-N.
Sorry.
Title.
If you don't believe I love you, just ask my wife.
No! That is horrible!
And look at his grin!
That is...
Oh, dear.
That is horrible!
Oh, dear.
Okay, move on. Just
Moving on.
moveon.org.
Okay, number five.
Number five.
By William Penix, and I'm going to assume that's how you say that name.
Yeah, just go for it.
You take the medicine, I'll take the nurse.
Come on!
At least he's honest.
Okie dokie. Wow, guys, man. Okay.
Like, I brought my buddy and he shot himself in the toe. Ooh, you're pretty.
Hey.
I guess.
Truth be known, I actually shot him just so I could come and see you. So,
Secret twist. That's if you play it backwards.
Yeah.
Number six.
Number six.
By Charlie Walker.
Okay.
Are you sure that's his name?
Pretty
That's
normal.
what it says right here, Charlie Walker.
Okay,
It's a pretty
that one's
name.
not too hard to read.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't take her to a dog fight.
Okay.
I have actually heard that one.
Okay.
That surprises me. Most of these I don't know. There's like three I think I know.
I have actually, it's been a long time, but your grandfather had a recording of that one.
Yes,
surprise
that
me.
makes sense.
So, yeah. Okay.
Number seven. By Weird Al.
Oh, okay. Now
Here's
we're getting
his
to
song.
artists we know.
Yeah. She never told me she was a mime. See that?
That was good. that was excellent. I love it.
Hey, Dad.
Yes.
Next time you laugh, point your face upwards. You literally just get solid
Yeah,
block,
those
slowly
spikes.
fades off. Solid block, slowly.
I see.
You're
so
loud.
So
what were you trying to say? I was a little overpowering into the mic.
No, just direct your laughs.
Okay, gotcha. Laugh to the ceiling.
Yes.
Okay.
They deserve some love. They always protect us from the weather.
If I'm laughing, I'm not loving. I'm just laughing.
Number
Is that
8.
a song title?
What?
If I'm laughing, I'm not loving. I'm just laughing.
No.
Okay.
Oh, dear.
Anyway.
It should be.
Number 8.
Number 8.
By The Devil Wears Prada, which was a movie. I didn't know it was a group.
Okay.
But this is their album cover right here. It looks kind of cool.
All
A little
right.
desolate.
The Devil
Desolate
Wears
is cool.
Prada.
Okay.
Dogs can grow beards all over.
I mean, they're not wrong.
No, they are wrong. That's not a beard.
You ever
It's
seen
fur.
You ever seen a sheepdog?
It's fur.
It's like Gandalf.
They're not beards. That's fur. A beard is in a very specific place.
I mean,
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
By Beck. That's all it says is Beck.
Beck.
Satan gave me a taco.
I wouldn't eat it.
With little Diablo sauce.
Yeah.
Kill it with fire. Wait, no, it's made of fire. Kill it with water. Water.
Okay, I don't want to play with that one. Move on.
Right.
That one was just weird.
Yeah. Number 10.
Thank you. Now we're down to Johnny Cash.
Number 10.
I've been flushed from the bathroom of your heart. That's almost as funny as what are the two songs? The one's from Phineas and Ferb. You snuck your way right into my heart,
Like
which
a
is
ninja
fun.
of love.
And then the other one is from oh crap! Now I can't think of it.
I don't know what you're talking about, so I can't go help.
Let me drive my van into your heart. Let me drive my van. That one's from Steven Universe.
Yeah.
I thought you were going for it. She has an alien heart.
That's also Phineas and Ferb.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. It says Johnny Cash's song title is funny, but it's also exactly how we feel after you get dumped.
Well, it is quite literal.
I've been flushed from the bathroom of your heart.
It was punny.
Well, you know. Number 11.
Number 11.
From Loretta Lynn.
Okay.
Okay, so the song on the art title is not the one that's listed.
All right.
The one on the art album cover is called When the Tingle Becomes a Chill.
Okay.
Which I just find kind of funny.
Well, is your tingling chilling
but
you
the
to
one
the
on
bone?
the one on the album is called All I Want From You Is Away.
Oh, dear.
Is that like a weem away?
No, she wants away from you. All I want from you is away. To be away from you.
She hates you. She's trying to ditch.
That's what she's trying to say.
She's trying to ditch
What
your
kind
butt.
of flowers go along with this?
I'm not sure, but
I
I'm
think
pretty
it's
sure they're
monks.
orange and yellow.
I think it's no. It was the bushy kind, but I know the monk shade was one of the ones where it's like, no.
By the way,
butterfly weed is go away.
For those of you listening, we are referencing an earlier show.
Yeah,
so,
like 5 or 6 episodes ago.
So go back into the archives and look up the show about flowers and how
language
and how you can say it with a flower. And
there was a lot of burning hatred in that
and
episode.
not the positive language either.
Yes.
It was the negative
negative
language.
Butterfly weed means get out of my face and go away.
Well, there you go. Butterfly weed.
Buttercup means you're
butterfly
childish.
fly away.
Yeah.
Fly away.
Number 12.
Number 12.
Number 12.
By the Statler Brothers. And I have this one. I like this
Ooh.
one.
Ooh.
Is it?
Can you think of it?
Yakety yak.
No,
That
that's
is-
not.
I have no
That's the
idea.
coasters.
Okay.
Not
That's
the
not
Statler
yakety yak,
brothers.
and
I don't
yakety yak
know.
is just a term. It's not. I mean,
True.
it's a silly phrase,
Okay.
but it's not.
Mean,
I've only shown you once.
okay, then I don't know.
I don't know, and I know a lot of Statler Brothers.
You can't
songs.
have your Kate and
And
Edith
Edith too.
Edith. You can't have your Kate
Dad?
and Edith
too.
Dad.
because he was trying to go out with Edith while he was going after Kate, and then he comes back and you had
Yeah.
Kate and Edith, and he's
Yeah.
like, you can't have your
And
Kate and Edith
too.
too.
Yeah.
Actually, this is actually a song that Dad always ran around and started singing for no apparent reason, just the fact that it passed through his cerebral cortex, and he's just like, running around, you can't have your Kate and Edith too. And it's just like,
No, that
shut
sounds
up.
like somebody.
No.
Sounds like somebody couldn't quite get it right, and they ended up saying Edith.
No. I've actually heard that song. You say you have a copy of it.
Oh yeah, I have it.
No, the one I run around singing all the time
That
is
too.
by a duet called Homer and Jethro.
Yes.
I hope I don't ruin this. I don't know if this is on there.
No, there's no Homer and Jethro on here.
Okay,
But
anyway.
I think it's because they were a comedy group specifically.
Yes, they were.
Yeah, that's why none of their stuff
Anyway,
made
the
cut.
song was, and I shall sing it. She had 9 buttons, but could only fasten 8.
Yeah.
No.
Or
I have no memory of that
what was it? They did Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny.
No.
No, they also
that
they
was
did a version of that one, but it wasn't called that.
Oh, but that's not.
They
them.
also
That
did
made
She
that
Was
funny.
Afraid to Come Out.
That's
of-
not Homer and Jethro.
Yes.
No.
Hey,
Yes.
it's time to
No,
go.
I will prove it to you because I know they did a
Well,
version
you're
of
gonna
it.
have to prove it
Prove
to us
in the commercial break.
after the break. That's exactly what I was going to say. Grab a refill on your favorite beverage while we're gone for about 2 minutes, and then come back to the B.Andrews Radio Show.
If you'd like to connect with us, please visit us at our Facebook page,
B.Andrews. Just like a name. B.Andrews. B-E-A-N-D-R-E-W-S. B.Andrews. If you'd like to hear more of the B.Andrews radio show, visit us at our YouTube channel at B.Andrews Band. Hit the subscribe button if you'd like to hear more from us, and to stay updated, hit the bell. Remember, at YouTube at B.Andrews Band.
Welcome back to the third segment of the B.Andrews radio show, where we are tripping all over some of the silliest song titles that have ever been uttered.
Sung? Thought up?
Thought of. Uttered.
I like uttered.
Okay. We are in Wisconsin, so it's an appropriate word. Pretty silly stuff so far. A couple of them I didn't think should have even made the list. But
well, some of them didn't seem funny. The other ones were kind of like, ooh, that sounds harsh.
Well,
and then the other ones were like, I can think of one in particular that I was like, why?
Right. But I will say this, that for the most part, these song titles, and one of the reasons why they're strange, weird, is because they are very direct. We talked about this in the other segment, that there's no guessing what the song's about.
Except for Satan Gave Me a Taco. I don't want to listen to that song because I don't want to
I really don't want to. I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I just don't want to know.
Oh, and I was right about Homer and Jethro.
Yes. If you were listening in the previous segment, Homer and Jethro has produced a knockoff song on Itsy Bitsy Teeny Weeny Yellow Polka. I should say knockoff, parody on Itsy Bitsy.
It's not a knockoff because it's like the same idea, which is why it's named the same, but it's a different story. Yeah. Instead of talking about the girl that walks out in this little bikini,
well, it
like talks about a girl.
It's part two.
It's like part two. Yeah. She lost the bikini, and so now she's running around in somebody else's
long underwear,
long johns.
Yeah,
trying to find it.
And
she got stuck in them too.
And if it's a hot day like it is right here in our studio,
you don't want to be stuck in itchy red flannel.
No. All right. So, what number are we on?
13.
We're on number 13, so let's get back to it.
Number 13.
This song is by Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, I know Jimmy Buffett. She came from Cincinnati.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's called If the Phone Doesn't Ring, It's Me.
Oh, I've actually heard that one.
That sounds harsh. It also doesn't make a lot of sense because it's like...
No, the point of the song is, hey, girl, I'm not calling you.
Yeah.
Get the idea? Okay. So, all right.
Number 14. I like this one. By
Bobby
Dare.
14.
No, not Bobby Dare. Bobby
Bear.
Bear. Yes.
Okay, I see that now.
Yeah.
Bobby Bear. Drop kick me, Jesus, through the goalpost of life.
Actually, I would really like that to happen right now.
Actually heard that song.
Let's get this over with.
I've actually heard that song.
I love that phrase.
But not by Bobby Bear. I heard the Doobie Brothers do a remix. I thought it was actually the Doobie Brothers song. So it's actually, is Bobby Bear do it?
Yeah. Something tells me if Bobby Bear did it, it would be older. I mean, look at the album cover.
So we'll have to see who actually wrote it. We'll have to check that.
I want to listen to it now too.
Now, okay, I've heard that song.
Number 15.
By
Fall Out Boy, and I think I actually have this one too. I've just never fully listened to it.
Is it anything like My Chemical Romance?
No, it's called "Our Lawyer Made Us Change the Name of This Song So We Wouldn't Get Sued."
Oh,
I wonder what the story is behind that.
Fall Out Boy is famous for naming titles to their songs that.
Oh, they have one called Uma Thurman.
That doesn't really pertain to their songs
that's My
at all.
Chemical Romance.
No, it's not.
Is it?
Don't correct me. I love Uma Thurman. I like that song a lot.
No, I'm talking about.
I don't care much
dads
for Uma Thurman.
Like,
not
I'm
the person,
about
the song.
Dads. I'm talking. Okay,
dads everywhere, as far as the eye can see.
It's not Fall Out Boy I'm thinking of, but they have really long and not unnecessary.
That's Fall Out Boy. I know because I have a crap ton of Fall Out Boy.
No, I didn't think it was Fall Out Boy. I cannot.
It's not Red Jumpsuit Apparatus.
That's long and unnecessary.
That's the name of a band.
I know, like Mike's chair.
I was pretty darn sure that My Chemical Romance does that too.
It might be 21 Pilots.
It could just be 21 Pilots.
It could. I don't know. I don't listen
Not to be
to
confused with Stone Temple Pilots, but anyway. All right.
Anyway.
Moving on.
Number 16.
Number 16.
Number 16.
By Aaron Wilburn. If my nose was running money, I'd blow it all on you. Like a shotgun of love.
Finally, a positive song.
I don't know.
Sure.
Drop kick me, Jesus, through the goalpost of life.
That was positive. Sure.
So not finally.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look, another.
Oh, there is one Homer and Jethro song, but it's not one I've ever heard.
Yeah.
All right, number 17.
Number 17.
I've got tears in my ears from lying on my back in bed while I cry over you.
I got tears in my ears, and it's all for you, dear. Yes.
Number 18.
I know that one.
Wow.
Just going to skip that. Number 18.
Fred Astaire and Jane Powell sing this tune from the movie Royal Wedding. How could you believe me when I said I loved you when you know I've been a liar all my life?
Huh.
That's just pointed. Go back to that. I want to see that record album cover to the Homer and Jethro.
Homer and Jethro?
We had that one. That's why I know that.
It looks familiar, yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Number
All right.
19.
By Dr. Randy Hanslick, an actual doctor who wrote this song has become a popular drinking motto. I'd rather have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. I think lots of people would rather do a lot of stuff than have a frontal lobotomy. Okay, Dad, explain what a lobotomy is.
A frontal lobotomy is where they take an electrical pad and put it on the right side of your cerebrum, and then put an electrical pad on the left side of your cerebrum, and then char you with 50,000 volts.
It's like it's shock therapy.
It's shock therapy, but the idea is to kill off a part of the brain. Because the concept, it's not even a concept. The theory
idea.
The theory is that evilness is in that part of the brain, and if they kill it and you can't use that part of the brain, then you won't think that way anymore.
So instead of killing it with fire, we're just killing it
with electricity.
Well, electricity, which is
it.
just another type of fire.
Energy, just in a different form.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, by the way, not allowed to do those anymore.
Yes.
I wonder why. We don't want any more vegetables, do we?
No. I can go to the store to get
Moving
those.
on. But that was a cool title, though. I did like it.
It's funny. It rhymes.
It rhymes. I'd
Number
rather
20.
have a bottle in front of me than a frontal lobotomy. Okay.
Yeah. Number 20. By Instant
I already
Witness.
said it twice.
Number 20.
I don't know whether to kill myself or go bowling.
He needs some help.
Considering how his album cover is H.H. Holmes. If anybody doesn't know who H.H. Holmes is, he was a serial killer in the early 1900s in Chicago. He literally built a mansion designed to kill people and then move their bodies so no one knows because he built secret passages in it. He's a very messed up serial killer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend looking him up. It's very nasty.
So we're number 21.
I don't know whether to kill myself or
go
bowling.
bowling.
What I don't like is connecting bowling with, being that messed up. I like bowling.
I like bowling.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been for a long time, but
Hard to get a turkey, but I like bowling.
I don't. Hard to get a turkey. All right.
Hard to get a turkey. I had to make a joke somehow.
All right. Last one. Make it quick.
Number 21 by
Number
Ruby
21.
Wright.
Number 21.
Billy broke my heart at Walgreens. I cried all the way to Sears.
And with that, we're going to go and refill our cup of joy. Get a refill, and in about 2 minutes, we will be back with more wacky song titles right here on the B.Andrews Radio Show.
You're listening to the HBC, the Hambone Broadcasting Corporation.
All right, Swine Team 1, here's your mission. Go to your computers and type in castbox.fm. Again, that's castbox.fm. And when you get there, then you go to B.Andrews Radio Show. Let me repeat that just in case you didn't get it. The B.Andrews Radio Show. And I want you to obtain all the information that you find on that page.
Hey, Emily, want to see me pull an armadillo out of my thew?
Not this trick again.
Nothing up my pant leg. Whoosh! Proof! gato. Un gran gato negro en mis pantalones.
Welcome back to the B.Andrews radio show.
Welcome to the fourth and final segment of the B.Andrews radio show, where we are finding song titles to laugh to.
Well, hopefully. Some of these kind of fall a little flat.
Yes, and as we were discussing, if they fall that flat, you're not going to hear it. So
Yeah,
anyway,
no, we've been kind of whittling it down a little.
what number are we on?
At 22.
Number 22.
Number 22.
By a group called Minus the Bear.
Okay.
Let's take the bear out.
This is off to a great start.
Yeah, listen to this. This gave me a great idea. Thanks for the killer game of Crisco Twister. Squeal like a greased pig.
Okay. We are not playing that this Christmas. Sorry, not happening.
Christmas.
Number 23.
Well, Pat,
Number 20.
for a couple of the youth groups, we got out the Christmas
Christmas.
party. We got out the
I'd rather
Twister.
dye shaving cream the same color as the circles.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fun. Or you could do paint. Have everybody wear like white shirts and stuff, and then like put paint down the same color as all the
Okay,
circles.
keep these in mind. Keep these in mind.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
just we got to be at a place where we can play that. I don't want
That's
to get
why
that.
outside.
We have like two
Not
Twister.
at Christmas time.
That's why we're saying not at
Outside.
Christmas time.
All right. Number 22.
3.
4.
Number 23.
Actually, it's 25. I skipped 2.
Number
But
25.
Number 25.
by Mayday Parade.
We have thoroughly confused the audience.
know.
Okay.
If you can't live without me, why aren't you dead yet?
Ow!
I know. That one hurt. That one hurt.
Ouch. Okay.
Number
Let's just-
26.
You know this one. You know this one.
That's
Number
Travis Tritt.
26. Yep, Travis Tritt. Here's a quarter.
Call someone who
I
cares.
know that one too.
I like that one. Karen asked me, she goes, here's a what? Call someone who cares. I'm like, it's a quarter. She goes, it's not a quarter.
Is
I
it a
said, yes, it is. She goes, well, I said, well, usually you used to use a dime for payphones. Sometimes it was 5 cents.
Call
But
someone who
it's a-
might
It's a quarter.
just.
That's
Okay,
the song
I'll just
title.
stop
And
right
she's
there.
like, no, it's not. I'm
Yes,
like,
yes,
yes,
it
it
is.
is.
Then I looked it up. I was wrong. As per usual.
And the thing
So-
of it is it's another one. I mean,
It's a good song.
It
It's
means
fun.
exactly what it says. Okay, next.
27
Number
by
27.
Win
27.
Stewart. Win Stewart. I bought the shoes that just walked out on me.
These are all country songs.
I know.
Love them and leave them, boys. Love them
All
and leave them.
right.
All right.
Ready? Number
28.
Jerry
Number
Reed.
Jerry Reed.
Oh,
Yeah.
I had a Jerry Reed album.
Yeah, she got the gold mine. I got the shaft.
That I thought that looked familiar because that's all I had that album.
number 29.
29 for a Monty video and the cassettes. Shoop shoop diddy wop cumma cumma wang dang.
Well,
I can't.
you're not
Moving
wrong.
along. I can't even.
Who put
Number
the bump
30.
in the bump a bump a bump? Who put the ram in the
Rama
ram
Rama Ding Dong? Yeah.
Who put the dip in the dip, dip, dip?
Okay, number 30
Number 30.
by
Number
the Crash
30.
Test Dummies.
Oh. Somebody must have been eating some sugar cream pie.
Hey,
That's all I
somebody-
can say.
Bop didn't make the list.
Dop.
Oh.
Did do
Bop. Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
31,
number
and this one's gonna
31.
weird you out.
Elvis Costello.
Yeah, put your big toe in the milk of human kindness.
Hmm.
I don't know what they milked.
That was.
Human kindness.
Now I
Emily.
know. Now I can't ever say I knew any Elvis Costello songs. Now I know why. Okay, so
Number 32.
Two.
I know who he is, but I didn't know any of his music.
By They Might Be Giants.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh,
And we do
okay.
know some of theirs because
Yes,
they
we
did
do.
Istanbul, not Constantinople.
Noble.
And I like their
Istanbul,
song
not
titled They
Constantinople.
Might Be Giants, which is their theme song. This one's called Nothing's Gonna Change My Clothes.
You know what? That title stinks.
It's just Nothing's Gonna Change My Clothes.
That title
right.
just stinks.
Number 33.
By Billy Hall. Too Much Month.
That's Billy Hill.
And it says Hall. Well, it says Hall right there.
It says Hill up there.
I see that. I'll trust the album cover.
Yeah.
Too Much Month at the End of the Money.
Somebody's just trying to be clever there.
I
It's
know.
not working.
It's not working.
It's just not working.
Number 34.
Oh, you know this one.
Number 34.
Can you think of it? Can you think it? Can
Can
you
you
feel
feel
it,
it,
Mr.
Mr.
Krabs? It's a Roger Miller song.
Roger Miller.
And I love this one.
You love
Can't
a lot
roller
of them.
skate through a buffalo herd?
No, but that one really should have made the list. It was
Dang
great.
Me. Dang me.
No, not that one. Keep going.
Chug-a-lug.
Nope.
Huh.
You're dancing around it.
Yeah, well,
Chug-a-lug.
Grandpa
chug-a-lug,
loved it.
chug-a-lug,
And I'm really surprised none
chug-a-lug.
of Ray Stevens made it on here.
Yeah.
And it is.
But,
Eh,
no.
eh.
You just got a bunch.
Hamburger, cup of coffee, lettuce and tomato. Lettuce and tomato 2 times 3 to see a man kiss an alligator. One more time around free on the Ferris wheel ride. My uncle used to love me, but she died.
Oh, yeah.
My uncle
Mom
used to love me,
hates
but she
that
died.
one.
A chicken ain't chicken till it's looking good fried. Keep on the sunny side. My uncle used to love me, but she died.
I forgot that.
Okay, yeah, Roger Miller
forgot
again.
that one?
Another
I love that one.
another person that works too hard at trying to be clever. Actually, a lot of his stuff is, so that's fine.
Number 30.
Oh my goodness, Sly and the Family Stone.
Yeah, you read the title up there.
Number 36.
Everybody is a star.
No, the title's right there.
Oh, thank you.
It's phonetic. Just go.
Fallatin me be myself again.
For letting me be myself again.
For letting me be myself again.
It's for letting me be myself again. FALETTINMEBEMICE.
Okay.
That's what I call trying too hard.
AGIN. For letting me be myself
Yeah,
again.
and I always thought the name of their group should have been Sly and the Family is Stoned. And now I see why I think that. Okay.
All right.
Where are we at on time?
We have a few minutes.
Got a
Come on,
few
let's go.
minutes. Okay.
Okay.
Number 37.
Number
By
37.
Elton John.
Elton John had one?
All right.
This song has no title.
Crocodile Rock?
No, this song has no title.
No title.
That's the name of the song. The song has no title.
He was literally blanking, so it's just like, go with that. Let's go with that.
Right there. It says this song has no title.
He's
That's the name of the
following
song.
the Yellow McToad.
No, wait a minute. Is that the song? And this song?
Dad's having a brain cramp.
Everybody
Let him think
into this
by constantly
song.
yelling into his
It
ear.
may be quite simple, but now that it's done, I hope you don't mind. I hope you don't mind that I
that
put
song.
down into words how wonderful
Copyright.
life is.
Copyright.
That
Elton
better
John
stop.
went after Disney to own the rights to Can You Feel the Love Tonight. Just think about what he's going to do to you if he hears this.
Sorry.
I slaughtered it so bad he won't recognize it. Anyway,
Last one.
No. A week later, we literally get a contract in, like, come sing for me. No.
Come sing for me. No, more like.
come sing for me.
No.
That was
More
not
like I'm
even-
going to butcher you for butchering my song.
Yeah, that might be more like it.
Number 39, and then
Number
we'll end on this one.
39.
Number
By
39.
Jerry Lee Lewis.
Okay.
Woo! Jerry Lee Lewis.
What
Come
made
along,
Milwaukee
baby.
famous has made a loser out of me.
Baseball?
Beer.
Oh.
Brewers. I mean, our baseball team is
He's gonna
literally
name the
named
Brewers.
Well,
after-
back when he wrote the song, the name of the baseball team was the Braves,
Ah.
the Milwaukee Braves.
Hey.
But yeah,
Guess what time it is?
is it that time for
A little
good?
news.
Well, you know, it's time for a little good news and let the sun shine through for me and you with some good news.
Today's good news comes to us from the Good News Network, found on the web, and is written by Andy Corbley. Detroit Mower Gang volunteers have been competing to maintain cities' old parks. If someone approached you with a giant wrestling-style leather and gold belt slung over their shoulder that said, Grand Champion, Motown Modown, you'd be forgiven for mistaking them for some sort of amateur prize fighter or professional wrestler. This Grand Champion belt is awarded to whichever volunteer mows the most grass on Detroit's public playgrounds and parks in a 12-hour competition called the Motown Modown. The Detroit Mower Gang, a group of volunteer grass cutters and playground repairmen, began their annual Mow-a-thon on May 16th at the Hammerberg Playfield, an abandoned collection of sports fields, swing sets, and meadows on the city's west side. No one owns this particular park. It just fell through the cracks, Tom Nordone of Birmingham told Detroit News. 50-year-old Nordone, who started the Detroit Mower Gang in 2009, added, "We just try to keep it alive. Without a group, you couldn't mow this park with a mower in fewer than a couple of days." A man and his mower. A decade ago, the city was close to filing for bankruptcy, and City Hall announced that of the 300 parks in Detroit, they only had funding to take care of 72 of them. That year, Nordone purchased a lawn tractor on Craigslist and took it to a park on 8 Mile Road. He started a Facebook group to see if any of the neighbors would volunteer their time to help him mow, and the rest is a heartwarming story. At Hammerberg Playfield last Saturday, gang members repaired broken swing sets and mowed the derelict fields before splitting up to tackle 10 other abandoned playgrounds and parks. 28-year-old Hannah Van Eckhout, or Van Eckhotti.
Or
Ooh, I like that.
Or Vanacoot.
The reigning defending undisputed Mowdown champion of the world arrived with her Dixie chopper with her husband Gage for their 4th year with the gang. The reaction from people when they see what they've done is always so special, said Hannah. Sometimes the grass is so tall, kids can't even get into it, and then the smile on their faces as we leave is such an accomplishment. The work of the Detroit Mower Gang has allowed the city to slowly catch up to the park workload. Last year, they formed a nonprofit called Enemies of Debris and hosted a trash fishing event where volunteers pulled trash out of the Detroit River with their fishing rods. As hard as he works, it's Nordone's hope that City Hall will one day put him and his gang out of business. We could start a bowling league or something, he joked.
That's fun. The picture looks like a bunch of old dads on there riding lawnmowers, heading through town. And you know what? That's okay. That's cool.
It is, and you know what, again, and this is one of the reasons why we do the good news stories, to let you know and to give you an idea of what other people are doing out there. And I do know that it has been COVID season, but you know what, there are still things that people can do, and especially getting outside to do them.
And it reminds me of that saying we heard from one of our favorite cartoon movies: you see a need, fill a need. And that's just a community-minded outreach thing. You got to remember, see a need, fill a need. If you see somebody needs or something that needs to be done and you can do it, then what's keeping you from doing it?
And let's take that a step further. If you see something that needs to be done and you know somebody else can do it, why not ask them? Because there's lots of people that have a good heart. I didn't tell you gals about this. And in my job, I go around and I survey people's homes for insurance companies and make a report on them. There was an older guy. I looked at his house, and he had a porch that was built onto the back, and the porch was enclosed, and it was on concrete piers. Two of the front concrete piers were broken down, and the whole porch, 8 foot by 8 foot, so it's a great big wooden square, started tipping down, and it was ripping away from the house. And he's an older guy in his 80s. And I said, you know, all it takes is somebody to lift that up and build those piers back up. It's more work than it is material. It's just somebody that's got some house jacks. And he's like, I don't. I said, you don't know anybody that has some house jacks? He's like, no. His neighbor happened to be outside listening, and I was speaking kind of loud, but that's because he couldn't hear me. Being 80, and I'm walking around taking pictures for insurance, and so I'm saying very loudly, "You don't have anybody that has any house checks? You don't know anybody?" No, I don't know anybody. His neighbor heard me talking to him, and by the time that I was leaving, his neighbor had come over and said, "Hey, I don't know if you know this, but if you want me to, I got a couple of house jacks. I can lift that up, and we can pick those piers back up and brace that back up for you." Just because I was speaking loud enough to and his neighbor heard.
That's a good neighbor.
Overheard. And I thought, cool. I thought that was pretty cool. So anyway, sometimes it's maybe you can't do it, but you know somebody who can, and you can connect them together. So anyway, listen, folks, the whole idea for the Good News segment is to give you ideas on things that all of us can do. Maybe it's with your lawn tractor.
Or, you can make your own good news.
There you go. You know what we've never asked our listeners to do? If you have some good news, something that you have done, would you put it on our webpage or put it on our Facebook page and send it to us? We would love to share your story on the B.Andrews radio show.
Or if you wanted to tell on somebody else.
Absolutely.
Which are the best kinds of stories.
Your stories. And since you listen, you might as well get a chance to get your story to go out over the airwaves. So that's going to wrap it up for us today. And remember, share our show with somebody else and help us increase our listenership. We appreciate you. And thank you for listening to the B.Andrews radio show. Have a good week, everybody.
Yeah.